Aye.
Dorn's team.
The Heartstone's divination had at last revealed the source of the evil in the mountains. Ahead loomed the solitary peak that housed the dwarven stronghold known as Dorn's Deep. With Larrel's warnings of dwarven treachery still ringing in their ears, the heroes readied their weapons and started toward the cave entrance and whatever challenges lay beyond.
Dorn.
You hold. Greetings. You trespass on Orok territory. Didn't mean to trespass. No matter, you die now. We'll see. Okay. Out there coming a loon.
How can I help?
We need to rest here anyways.
Ready for... It will be done. You have my undivided attention.
Undivided attention indeed.
I await your instructions.
See what they're throwing our way.
Your command?
Ready. Watch me go.
Apparently nothing. I was expecting something fairly dangerous.
Hmm? Aye. Ready. Forward! I'll wash me beard in your prison. Dorn. I'm here. Right then.
Huh?
I am ready as always.
Hmm?
Holy shit. I'm actually gonna level up. And it's the cleric, excellent. Anything good? Chaotic Commands is probably very good. It's basically immunity to mind affecting things. Undead War, that's horseshit. Championship. Champion Strength. Horseshit. Weak. Greater Command. A mass sleep spell. Great because it only affects enemies, so we can, in a desperate situation, we can at least break the enemy assault. Now we can finally also take casualties. What's the difference between Undead Ward and Repulse? No saving throw. No saving throw. This is the Undead Ward is basically turn undead attempt, more or less. If it fails, they'll be immune to it. The repulsing basically just repulses them for the duration of the the spell. It doesn't destroy them or harm them, it just keeps them at bay for a while. Ooh. This is a powerful combat spell that enhances the priest's physical prowess, transforming him into a juggernaut of destruction. Effect adds 1 temporary hit point, that's shit, but 1 extra point of strength for every 3 levels of caster to the maximum of 25. That's a massive thing. Causes every successful hit to inflict maximum damage. The effect lasts for the duration of the spell or until the spell, 1 round per level. That's a massive amount of damage you can do. Maximum damage, so you would want any kind of weapon, no matter how flimsy or wide damage range, so you could do a massive amount of damage with each hit. With strength 25, you're already gonna do a massive amount of damage. Righteous Breath. These are area of effect, I think. Bonuses for allies, negatives for enemies. Gain extra attack every round. Does this cause fatigue? Yeah. Suffer fatigue when the spell wears off, so I'm not gonna use that. Shield of Lathander. Immunity to damage. Okay. Evil creatures cannot be protected by a Shield of Lathander. Cannot be cast by evil aligned characters. So for 2 rounds, which is basically nothing, you're immune to damage, but you can probably keep casting time 8, so it'll take more or less an entire round to cast it too. But with this we could tank anything for a while. Not long, but for a while. Okay, I don't actually like any of these spells. True Seeing is something the Inquisitor Paladin has, so no point giving this guy. Maybe heals? 1d8 plus 1 per level. So 10, 20 points of damage healed on everyone. I don't know, maybe we should just take the Resurrection, just in case shit hits the fan, so we don't always have to load if something dies. Immune to magical commands, protecting against charm, sleep, maze, feeble mind, confusion, hold, and stun. So we could make 4 guys immune to... Okay, 1 turn per level is a massive duration. This is actually very good. Wow. I'll take the Resurrection for now, but I don't think that's what... We don't want to plan for this type of failure. I'd like to have a Wasted Scroll or something like that. We'll also take the Righteous Magic. This would turn our guy to a fighter for a while, especially if we take that Holy Power with it. How long does this last? 1 round per level? I think this is 1 round per level 2. Right, so we would be a very capable fighter for a while. But we already have 3 fighters, so it's not really necessary. I'll take the Resurrection for now. I guess the biggest benefit is that I see the benefit of a solo cleric. It really has everything. But I'm not sure I would like to play that. There's also a lot of undead creatures. I mean, most of the enemies we've faced so far have been undead. Also, you get your spells ready, which is a big must. Power-wise, if you would want to make the most powerful character possible, single-class character would not be my choice. Multi-classing character would be. I think the game has like an 8 million experience point cap. So we have like 250,000 at this level. The maximum level is 30, and you reach it. Most characters reach it around 4 to 5 million experience points. And for a lot of characters, the last 10 levels are not going to be all that useful anyway. So you would be a fool not to make a multi-class character, in my opinion. Like a fighter mage cleric. I'm not sure if that's actually a class you can choose, but that's basically it. You'll fight like a fighter, you cast spells like a mage, and you're a cleric powerhouse. You can do it all, and you have enough of a experience point cap that you can probably actually do it all as well as say the dwarf focus one. The thing is,
Getting pretty tired.
it will just take longer to reach that point. That would be the main difference.
I shall send you to your grave.
To steal yourselves.
Pure class character would reach capable levels much sooner. That might be more important than being super powerful.
Steal yourself.
And if you take a multi-classing character, you have to, for especially a mage casting type, you have to rely on scrolls to actually get the spells. If you take a sorcerer, you don't have to, you get the spells. But if you take a multi-classing that has cleric levels, you'll still get enough spells that you can keep playing until you get the actual mage spells. But I'm not sure if that would be fun.
I'm here.
That would be like aiming,
Goblin pie.
planning a character that's super powerful at the end game while a pain to play through most of the game. Does that make sense? In my opinion,
Yes.
not really.
Right then.
From other Souls, Infinity Engine solo playthroughs, it's the early game that usually gives you the most trouble, because you don't have tools to do shit. Well, at least with a monk. After you get to a level around, I think 12 or 15, you get most of the abilities you need to survive. Once you get to 20, you basically become so powerful that
Easy as goblin
you
pie.
have tools for everything. You're a fantastic fighter, you move like lightning bolt in battlefield, so you can always choose when to fight. You can just kite enemies with ranged weapons, you're immune to magic. Mind control.
I
Agreed.
Ready.
We went berserk, we didn't actually lose
not a
control.
problem.
But, yeah, give me the chaotic commands.
They're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere.
I'm here. Not a problem.
Keeps losing control. Berserking sons of bitches.
Mm-hmm. I'll take it.
I ready. Right then.
Yeah,
I think I'll take a little bit of a look.
sounds good.
It looks like natural cave, so I'm not expecting too many traps. A large monument with giant carvings of an elf and dwarf as the centerpiece. An inscription between the two reads, "Through unity we persevere."
I'm here. Right then.
I'll take
Onward
it.
to victory!
I split you in two.
Taste my steel. Onward to victory!
They're not
What is
really
required?
here on the same level.
Speak your mind.
Hmm? Aye.
To victory.
They're not going anywhere.
Watch me go. Ready.
You need me?
How can I help?
Ooh, I have an anti-elf weapon. Probably not all that useful anymore. Unless we get dark elves, I suppose.
I'm here. Watch me go.
A little fire and lightning should liven things up.
They're
Take
not
no
going
prisoners!
anywhere.
Is that an item? Right. It's not too dangerous, but it's technically a suppose. Ooh. What are you doing? Stunned. Yeah, I think stun is the effect that you can't really resist. You need specifically chaotic commands to resist this stun effect. Paralyze and hold is technically a little bit different.
Hmm?
Huh?
Aye. Not a problem. Ready. Right then.
Elite, 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 elite.
You have my undivided attention.
Ready.
In purpose. Evil.
I'm here.
Your
I'll
command
wash
is
me
forfeit.
beard in your blood. Easy as goblin
Okay.
pie.
I thought they would be much more dangerous. Like marksmen, goblins, shadow goblins or something like that, but they're shitty orcs. Nothing but shitty orcs.
Easy as goblin pie.
Easy as goblin pie. Easy as goblin pie. Doesn't look like there's all that much here.
Hmm? Is that all? Aye. Aye.
To
They're not going
victory.
anywhere. They're not going anywhere.
Die.
A little fire and lightning should liven things up.
I need to finish this mushroom fight before the giant
To
comes to us.
victory! A little fire and lightning should liven things up.
Ready.
I will do as you
I'm
ask.
here.
God's time strength.
What? Certainly.
Take no prisoners!
Aye. Watch me go.
Yeah.
I think I can do to disable it. Ooh, I can make him blind.
I await your instructions.
And don't do anything else.
Ready. Die. Is that all?
Your command?
I don't think anything we can do really will affect him. Maybe we can hold him. We
I'm
get
here.
lucky.
Is that all?
I doubt it'll work though. Yep.
Ready. Good.
Save versus
I
Dale is
feel
too
your
strong.
pain, so
And okay, they're fairly
Watch
shitty,
me
I
go.
suppose. How do we get up there?
not a problem.
This looks slightly suspicious. Probably a lot of Edins.
To victory.
Take no prisoners!
Forfeit.
Mm-hmm.
Who will I do so?
A little fire and lightning should lighten things up.
Easy as goblin pie.
Yes?
Feet ready.
I am ready as
Alright,
always.
can I screw them over a little bit?
I'm here. Right
Honestly, I was expecting more. I thought there was some kind of a smallish area filled with Edins, but yeah, there's like 4, right? Barely worth mentioning. This is removes fatigue, I think. No, this container is almost pitch black, with a slight translucency that reveals what appears to be an equally dark liquid contained inside. An inscription, fairly readable from where to the bottle, reads, "Container of razor wine extract, property of Moors for trees." That was a Planescape Torment character. Razor wines, I recall those.
Speak your mind. How can I help?
Feet mortals. Is that all?
Speak your mind, then leave quickly.
Feet mortals. Right there.
Ooh.
Your desire.
Ready.
Taste my sting.
Right then.
So this is to play peace with our visions, so... Source of the evil. Okay, the Athenians might be incredibly
I pray
easy
your
to hit,
childish
but
mind
they
will
are
soon
barely
turn toward
damaging
other
with their own
amusements.
attacks.
I'm here. Watch me go.
We could use range attacks to probably take them out fairly easily. I don't want to bother. With a group this large, I don't think it matters too much.
Your point.
Running out of buffs.
Yeah. Good.
Single bridge. Probably not trap since that's the
Right.
area transition.
Not a problem.
And no guards. There would be no point putting traps there. Like barracks. Okay, I'm inclined to go in. If it's a smallish area, probably isn't. We still have enough attack power and spells to clear it. Yeah, it's not a smallish area.
Not a problem.
Okay, now I would expect traps.
Taste my steel.
Stop this nonsense. Were you born in a field?
Yes.
What nonsense are you talking
Ready.
about?
Is that all?
Grouse.
I'm here.
Taste my steel.
Yeah, this is very likely trapped, really. I
that
don't know
all?
about that.
Taste my steel.
Your life is forfeit.
Any decent loot? Looks like the Jarala probably have some kind of weak magic weapons as standard, right? So they're worth a few hundred keys. Not all that powerful though.
I... I'll wash me beard in your...
A stone skin, that's why he's not getting hit usually.
Ready for action.
They're not going anywhere.
I...
Huh?
What is required? You have my undivided
They're very
attention.
weak, I don't really have to worry about them.
You need me?
Ready. Not a
Right.
problem.
Ready.
I want to take my time seeing this bridge.
Good.
Yes.
It's such an obvious place for heavy traps. They have ranged weapon users all over, they are blocking me there, so why wouldn't they? Ooh, sorcerer. Ooh, sorcerers.
How can I help?
I'm not quite sure. Hope you must.
I await your instructions.
I'm gonna go raced after this. I might as well wait.
Trace.
I'm here. Hmm?
Quickly now.
I...
Yeah. I'll take it. Yes.
Oh,
Ready.
Ready for action.
Gods grant me strength.
I'm here.
Gods
Onward
grant me
to
strength.
victory!
Steel yourselves.
I shall slay you.
They're not going anywhere.
I think we're gonna push forward as long as we have the haste going. But
I
then
am
we'll
ready.
go
What is
back,
required?
a little bit at rest.
Your command?
Hmm?
Anything noteworthy to loot? Yeah, the casters probably drop 1+1
Not a
daggers.
problem.
Onward to victory! A little fire and lightning should lighten things up.
Where are you? General.
Huh?
I am ready as always.
Ready. Uh-huh.
I...
Your desire.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Save my ass.
Ready.
Onward to victory! You have my undivided attention.
Okay, I can do surprisingly few things anymore.
I'm here. I'll wash me beard in your blood.
What is your...
I await your...
Yeah. Yeah.
Surely you can cast something.
I am ready. Certainly.
Quickly now. Yes. Huh?
Your desire. Certainly.
Ready.
To
I
victory.
spit Joe.
Grave.
Okay. Be running out of power soon.
Gods grant me strength.
I'll try to keep you short. Ready.
You have my... Very well.
Yeah, now the fatigue hits. The slow will see us through this, but we need to do something fairly quickly. Oh shit.
I await your instructions.
Yeah. Huh? Ready.
A little fire and lightning.
I...
To victory.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Nice and rest.
You really have no clue, do you?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Huh?
I shall see you to your grave.
I'll be needing rest. That's right. Keep pushing it.
Onward
Yeah,
to
stop
victory!
bitching. 'Cause, 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 'cause Okay, we cleared it up a little bit. I
Easy
suppose
as
we could
gobbling
keep pushing
pie.
on, but I think we're just making things hard for ourselves at that point. Chances to hit and damage probably suffer from fatigue, so it doesn't make much sense. We'll pack a little rest, come back with full force, full health, full buffs. A little bit of a tactical retreat and we'll make faster progress. I'm actually surprised how weakly defended this place is. I mean, it has these trivially easily defendable narrow points that are surrounded by or go through these impassable chasms, but no one's defending those places. If they had even a little bit of a guard and scouts outside here, there would be no chance for us to really gain an entrance. Good enough.
Not a problem.
Speak your mind.
Ready.
Who fear this? Ready. Not a problem.
Definitely not a problem. If this is the level of opposition we can expect, not a problem. Since there's no traps, have been no traps so far, I'm not really expecting traps here.
Weird in your blood. Hmm?
They're fairly good at hitting though, so they're not totally incompetent.
Your life is forfeit.
Do you have a
How can I help?
But he had a sling. Okay.
Right then.
This should be no, weak against crushing. Nothing. It's the thing is, I'm not sure if I'm going to fight magical splint mails all over the place. But +1 chainmail is not really an improvement. Also, I'm somewhat interested in the ammunition. Bolt of biting. Poison bolts basically can do a lot of damage. Practically not that useful though. Big problem with them is that they require you to lose or fail a saving throw that's fairly easy to succeed.
Your command?
This enormous round table is ornamented with elaborate dwarven inscriptions. Okay, some kind of a council table. That looks like an armory.
Mm-hmm.
Could you be useful?
Good.
Ah, for fuck's sakes. Hidden door. Requires a mechanism.
Hmm? Right then.
Yeah. Huh? I'll try to get
Ready.
God's
Steal
strength
To your grave.
to victory. God's
Steal
grant me
yourself.
strength.
I shall see you to your grave.
God's grant me
Trash, trash, trash. Suppose we need to keep an eye out for a potential key to the hidden
Is that
door.
all?
Doubt there's anything interesting besides that in this entire place. Ooh, what the fuck are you? Stones. Ah, it's a spell sword.
You have my undivided attention.
I can take care of the stone skin, but
Ready.
usually taking it out requires spells that you can maybe cast once or twice during rest. So it's not really
Right
worth
here.
it. And spells don't really work on drought, so that's not worth
Taste
it
my
either.
steel.
Physical damage, the only thing we can realistically use.
What is your will?
Him.
A little
Steal
fire and
yourself.
lightning should guide
Then. Oh fuck.
Yes?
Hit me with a poison arrow, and I failed the saving throw. I'm in deep shit. We're going to have to take
Aye.
neutralize poison, I think. There's way too many of these poison thing users.
Your life is forfeit.
They're not going anywhere.
Spider spawn. Ooh, better armoring. Spider spawn, level 4 summon spell. Actually fairly decent. I might be able to fit one in here still. It's worth a try. I was rather thinking, do I have 4th level spells to look forward to? Yeah, it's basically a full plate for practical purposes. Probably the best armor we've seen so far. Axe of Cage Souls +3. With each strike, liberation. +5 versus Cadaverous Undead. I have no idea what that means. Maybe yeah, it's non-skeleton type, so they have to have a corpse of some sort. Zombies, ghouls, wiles. I'll hold on to it. Lightning Bolt of Lightning +1. Are they all technically magical? Yeah. I thought they would be non-magical, but it matters too much. Okay, that's an important thing, but we can't utilize that.
Speak your mind.
I need neutralize poison. It's this level of spells shit. Those that take other healing spells. It doesn't look like there's mind affecting is really a problem at the moment. We are having minor wounds on everyone, so the Masker Light wounds might be welcome. I'd like at least one neutralized poison. They don't seem to be that common, the poison users, but they're still there.
Ready.
I think this is what we're gonna return to at some point. Seems obvious that you just need to lift this, but it's stuck or something. So more or less we need a key. Now let's see if how lucky do you need to be to successfully rest in this environment. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Not a problem.
And I don't have any interest in trying to keep loading and retrying this unless I'm really desperate and in need of rest. Currently it seems like that outside this Dorn steep section you can rest without too much problem, so it's worth walking a little bit.
Your desire.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I. Watch me go.
Yeah.
So always stacking the rear.
Ready.
I await your instructions.
Well, if we're gonna rest, we might as well just
Huh?
spam them full of spells then.
Die.
I am ready as always.
I'm here.
I'll try Practically sure. They're not going anywhere.
Take no
Heal
prisoners!
yourselves. Yes, certainly. Ready. Sounds good.
Seriously,
Desire.
what's the problem now?
Mm-hmm.
Life is forfeit.
Yeah.
You have my undivided attention.
Ready. Dorn.
Ah, good enough.
Dorn.
Slight injuries, but nothing worth mentioning really. So, at least we dipped our toes into this place. Wonder if most of the resistance is here, at least the initial one. This was supposed to be barracks. I'd say it lived up to its
How can
reputation.
I help?
I'm here. Dorn.
Not that large of a level.
Easy as goblin pie.
Sablik Todd. Proceed no further, traveler, as I would speak with you. Well, I didn't realize your kind could speak. I am not what you see. I was a master transmuter, a red wizard of fate, a knowledge vast and a red wizards are not exactly good people though by any means. It might be better if we just stick a knife in him, but it would be against our nature, I think. How is it that you came to be in your current form? My name was Sablik Khan. Of my mistakes, one grew tired, used my precious magics to make that which I am. Having much confusion as days move on, must tell you I'm afraid, frightened. Okay, why are you so frightened? Because you're losing your mind. Orcs that roam these passages. My passages are my creation. They have much contempt for me. I cannot leave my form, my home, punishment for my ambition. I derive pleasure for altering against their will. I have much regret. Okay. How can the situation be rectified? What is done is done. I cannot excuse my actions or my intents. I am not alone in guilt, and I am consumed with hatred for one. Responsibility rests not on my soul alone. I am but a pawn. I must be brief as I grow tired. You can help others and help me. Within these caves, the orcs have a leader. Not only that role, but another he fills. What is this other role? He is one of 6. His presence and others here to prevent intrusion, placed by the one that would wrong myself and many others. Without his existence, his minions will scatter and the evil draw weaker. So you want me to dispose of this leader? I'm afraid there may be no other way. I remain overcome with guilt. I cannot excuse my actions forever. My relevance in this world flickers and a far greater injustice burns bright. Okay, I'll see what I can do. I am very grateful and know your actions extend beyond my plight. Before you leave, he will be in possession of a symbol, a badge. You must obtain this. Return with this and I will know you are true to your word. I will attempt to provide more insight then. So we probably need to use the badge to go where open the secret door. Do what? I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter. The area isn't that big, so I should be able to clear it up with this section of buffs and the life and spells I have. So
A
I'll
true
wash
fire
my
and lightning
beard
should
in your
liven things up.
blood.
looks promising. Relax. Who are you? What you do here? I'm looking for the Orok chieftain. You have found him. What do you want? I have come to obtain your badge. You will get nothing, and you will die. I beg to differ. Doesn't he have allies or something?
Die.
Yeah, I don't think that worked.
Ready.
Whatever. He's just a normal general.
Victory!
Note to Krilag. Chief Krilag, as you know by now, your master and creator is gone. Malavan, Sablik's associate, will now be handling all magical affairs in the dome north of our Artisan's district. You are the strongest of your kind, and thus it is to you that I extend Sablik's badge of lieutenancy. Use it as a symbol of authority that I have loaned to you. If ever you and the others need to have audience with me, you must bring your badge with you. Think of it as a key, one of 6 keys to a lock. Do not lose it. I'm placing you and the other Oroks in charge of defending the upper reaches of Dorn's Deep. It is your new home. Do with it as you wish, but always submit to my will and to the will of Ilmater. Your nearest peer is Craig Frostbeard in Worm's Tooth. If you are in need of assistance, call upon him and his kin for aid. Defend the stronghold with your lives, for if you survive in failure, your suffering will be monumental. If you have trouble understanding any portion of this letter, have Adinirach or one of the other Drow mercenaries explain it to you. In the blood of our father, RBP. This is a long sword, two-handed sword. It's potentially a useful weapon for us. Open palm with a spear levitating directly above it. Cairn blade +4. It's a +4 two-handed weapon. And that's everything that needs to be said about it. Heavy crossbow accuracy. Yeah, these are accurate, but that's all they are. They're not fast, they don't do much damage.
Is that all?
3 level ups. Additional weapon proficiency, massive saving throw increases. Right, so what do we want? I think we want better axe use. We're currently using axe a lot. Difference between 3 and 4 slots isn't that much. It's like +1 in damage and 1 increase in speed factor. I can't get to 5 slots, so the difference between 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 I think is significant. Right, so we need to axe to 3 as quickly as possible. Again, I think we want to just get to 2 with two-handed weapon and halberd. Currently we're using a two-handed weapon, so more attacks. Oh no, the extra is for warriors only. I'm not sure if a barbarian is technically a warrior. Could be. But it'll be +1 to hit, +2 to damage. No new spell levels, just a few extra slots. Right.
Is that all?
I am ready as always.
Questions. Why are the Oroks here? Why are the Drow here? Oroks are here because of the Drow, I think. Drow might be their mercenaries, at least the areas here. Where are the other badges? Other spy, white giant, black wizard, red thief, green lady, pale priest. In caves, ice the first, the 4 Dorns in deep, other slower. Okay. Caves of ice, 4 indoors deep, others slower. Just a little bit of extra information, not that important information. Did the game just zoom? No, I can't unzoom.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's exactly what
Aye.
happened.
Is that all? Right then.
Okay, I got your stinking badge. Now what I'm gonna do with it. I have disposed of the Orc Chieftain and acquired his badge. I am forever in debt to you. I cannot speak much longer. I must tell you that each of the 6 have such a badge. Should you go in search of him, you will need to obtain each of them. I must read the rest. Okay, not all the useful information, but whatever. Nothing I already didn't know.
Take no prisoners! What desire?
Ready.
Onward to victory! Ready, right away.
I'm here.
A little fire and lightning should liven things up.
Nothing even remotely interesting.
Huh?
Take no prisoners!
Watch me go.
Ready.
Not a problem.
I don't think the Etins can fit in there, so you could probably go in there or here and be safe place in attack. Calabax Journal. I think this was the elf we made earlier. I'm afraid I may have been duped. Bandoff indicated where I might find the door to the forge, but I was unable to find any trace of it. I was prepared to search later on this evening, but a group of Etins have encamped in the passage north of where I am now, and I'm in no condition to be running past them. Hopefully, I will get another opportunity to search the old meeting hall of the dwarves. Earlier, I uncovered some writing regarding a room within these walls that leads to the lower segments of the complex, and I can only assume that this room lies behind a door that I have yet to find. To make matters worse, the same writings infer that this room contained a puzzle that was designed to keep the invaders from discovering and desecrating the cemetery and forge. Perhaps Bandoff can provide some more assistance. I'm guessing, do I need to go to talk to this Bandoff, or do I have now enough clues that I can actually try to work the puzzle? But the game basically wants to make sure you have the badge, I guess. Something along those lines.
Not a problem.
Ah. And now the door has been opened. We're in fairly good shape, so I think... No. I'll go away, rest. We'll go in fresh. Oh, this is good enough for now. Yeah, I'm losing my buffs anyway. It's a good timing. Um. I'm sort of thinking there hasn't been much challenge to the game so far. I think the Temple of the Snake
We go.
people was the most challenging, and that was the
What is
Iximene fight,
required? My pleasure.
Yes?
and that's
Onward.
because of the suddenly spawning in the mages that sometimes spawn and sometimes don't. So I don't know. It wasn't exactly hard, just unexpected things happen and we didn't manage to deal with them initially. I'm not sure if I don't
Watch me
particularly
go.
want super hard games either as in the Infinity Engine because it I
Right.
suppose the Infinity Engine has sort of that problem that you can cheese sort of through a lot of these things and abuse things. The thing is, in order to counter that, there are mods to counter that. They turn the game unenjoyable because in order to counter that, you have to sort of cheese yourself. The AI has to do it. So it basically turns a situation where you have these that you can sort of do this leisurely game, or you can be overpowered by abusing things as much as you can, to a situation where you have to try to abuse things as much as you can in order to make steady progress. So it doesn't really improve the experience. I suppose it's mainly intended for people who can't play in any other way but power game and still want to be able to feel that they are challenged. So it's for that special situation. But it turns the casual gaming, well, it makes casual gaming basically impossible. Because if you have a shitty group and shitty sort of, let's say not shitty group but not optimal group, make poor decisions here and there, have poor selection of or combination of spells, and you're not going to be able to handle the enemies you're thrown your way. You just won't, because the enemy will not make those same mistakes. I'm not sure if that's a big problem, and it's I suppose it's a new player-friendly thing. You don't have to be a great player in this engine and know everything, and you can still make steady progress. You can make mistakes, and things will still be fine. I think there's a challenge mode, some kind of difficulty level setting. Heart of Fury. Makes all monsters incredibly powerful. They take and deal a lot more damage, consequently giving a lot more experience when killed. It is recommended this is only enabled for use with higher level, plus 13 plus parties. Turning on Heart of Fury mode will automatically deactivate story mode. I guess I don't know what a story mode is. There's no option for story mode. It's probably some kind of difficulty. Yeah, there's no difficulty level slider. I'm assuming I'm playing with hardcore rules more or less because I'm able to damage my own party members and things like that. But if not, that's something. How would you even know? There's no. I don't see a. Okay, now that's bothering me. I need to see if that's where that's hidden, because it means enemies can't do critical hits. That's a pretty big problem. Fuck. Can't think about that. There it is. Yeah, core. No damage or XP modifiers. Yeah, okay, this is actually just fine. Characters are invulnerable, almost always hit their target, receive 100% more XP. Okay, so you don't have a hardcore rule distinction. You have the core rules. Yep. This is the shittiest type of difficulty level changes you can imagine. More damage. Ooh, actually no. They're not more durable, they're just more damaging. Also, you get rewarded by more experience if you make them harder. So yeah, at least this is somewhat interesting. If you accept the increased challenge, you will get increased rewards too. Take it back. Not gonna use it, but it's still good to know that I'm not playing some kind of easy mode or story mode. It felt normal, everything worked fine, so I didn't even suspect anything was wrong, and nothing was wrong. Right, where does this lead? No idea. Deeper probably leads to the Dorn's Keep, because while this is some kind of entrance area, this seems like there's a couple of meeting rooms and a barracks, and that's it. Nothing, not the real city yet. Secret door leads to Dorn's Keep. Dorn's Keep